Hi traders, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into one of the most popular and versatile indicators used by traders worldwide, the Bollinger Bands. And we'll be exploring what Bollinger Bands are, how they work, how you can use them effectively in MetaTrader 5. Whether you're new to trading or looking to refine your strategy, I'm hoping this video has something for you. So let's get started. First things first, what are the Bollinger Bands? You know, they were developed by John Bollinger in the 1980s, and the Bollinger Bands consists of 3 lines plotted on a chart. There is a simple moving average in the middle, which is this blue line here indicated there. They have 2 bands above and below it, and these bands are standard deviations away from the moving average, which adjust dynamically with the market volatility, and we can adjust how many deviations we want to see away from the bands in the market. Now let's see how you add the Bollinger Bands to your chart in MetaTrader 5, and here's a quick guide. So you want to go to your MT5 platform, you want to go to Insert, then to Indicators, select Trend, and in the list here you'll see Bollinger Bands. Okay, and what you want to do is select the Bollinger Bands. This will bring up this pop-up box here, and what you'll be able to do is look and change the settings here. Now the settings by default are set to a 20 period simple moving average with 2 standard deviations, and that's very typical for Bollinger Bands. Now if you want to add that to your charts, you just select OK, and you'll now see them on your MetaTrader 5 charts. So how do we interpret these bands? Well, the middle band is essentially the average price set over a period of time, right? So if we've got a 20 period moving average here, then it's looking at the previous 20 candles and producing this line. Okay, while the outer bands, they represent levels at specified numbers of standard deviations away from this average. Okay, now when the market is more volatile, the bands widen. As you can see, when the market is kind of pushing down here, the bands widen, and when the market is less volatile, they contract, like just through here. Here's how traders use the Bollinger Bands in their analysis. Okay, so what we want to be looking for essentially is when the bands are either contracting or whether they're open, and then how the market reacts to the bands essentially. Okay, so identifying overbought and oversold conditions. When the price touches the upper band here, it might indicate that the market is overbought, potentially signaling a reversal or a pullback. Vice versa, if you've got a market that is touching the lows of the Bollinger Band, it could signal that the market is in an oversold condition and might be signaling a reversal or a pullback. We also have the Bollingers when they squeeze together, like just in this zone here. And this occurs when the bands come close together, and that indicates low volatility, and a squeeze can often precede a significant price move. So you can see actually it does follow a significant price move after that squeeze. Traders watch for a breakout in either direction, as this can signal a new trend. We can also look out for breakouts of the Bollinger Bands. Now, while not a direct signal, breakouts from the bands can indicate a continuation of a trend, and it's showing us that there is vast momentum in the move lower here. So again, breakout of the Bollinger Band can signal further downside. Now that's covered the basics of Bollinger Bands. Let's talk about a few strategies you can use with this indicator in MetaTrader 5. One of the most popular is the Bollinger Bounce, and this strategy works on the assumption that the price will always return to the middle of the bands, and you might look for buy signals when the price touches the lower band and sell signals when the price touches the upper band. This works very well in range bound markets, so you need to understand what condition you're in order to trade the Bollinger Bounce. And you can see here we have have a range in market example here. The market comes into the low of the Bollinger Bands into the middle. That is how you'd be taking trades from the low to the middle of the band. Again, low to the middle of the band, low to the middle of the band. On the opposite side, you've got sells from the highs to the middle of the band here. And that's how you can use Bollinger Bands in this strategy in a ranging market. Another approach is using the Bollinger Bands in conjunction with other indicators such as the RSI, MACD. You could even use a stochastic oscillator, or any type of oscillator compares quite well with the Bollinger Bands. And there are two different types of ways you can use this. The example here is showing us that the market is obviously expanding to the upside, but maybe you were looking for long positions in the market, and you can see when the RSI, which is a 7 RSI, goes into that oversold territory, as well as the Bollinger Band. We can see we close back within the Bollinger Band. That could be a good entry back to the sort of mean reversion there of the 20 MA. On the flip side of that, you've got a market that's moving higher here, and then you've got the overbought condition on the RSI. Price eventually turns back the other way. Another way I like to use this, and probably the best way to use this, is by identifying divergence within the market. So if price, let's say, is moving to the downside here, and let's say the market makes a new low, but the RSI makes a higher low, that is also a very good way to look at reversals within the markets, the divergence between the two indicators and price. That's all for today's video on Bollinger Bands in MetaTrader 5. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified of our latest videos. Let me know in the comments how you use Bollinger Bands in your trading. Will you use Bollinger Bands in your trading? Let me know. Thanks for watching. Happy trading.